some techniques for practicing self-care and nurturing your mental health. It is the easy one. Just because, like, yes, it's about, like, your own journey and how you get there. But you're also a bit older than me. So it's interesting hearing your perspectives and, like, you've honed it for longer. So it's nice hearing it.
Thank you.
I think practicing self-care, I think it's more about right now at the moment, I've just been trying to allocate time out for self-care. It's like, yes, there's so many things going on, but you really need to allocate time. And it can be even doing the simplest thing at home. It doesn't have to be a complicated, like, 10-step skincare routine or anything. It's just something that takes your mind off all of the other stress that's going on in your life. And it could just be a very simple hobby. Like, I like crochet and I really enjoy it. And I like allocating time off just to sit down and crochet. That's my, like, take on it. What about you guys?
I think, like you said, just taking time off. I think when you look at people that are really successful at what they do, whenever you ask them sort of like, what's your routine, like, how did you get there, like, none of them, I find anyway, for people that I've asked, none of them say, like, you know, I wake up at 9 o'clock and I grind all the way to 12 a.m. I go to sleep and I do it again. A lot of times they're kind of like, oh, like, yeah, like, maybe I, like, did work for, like, 2 or 3 hours and then, you know, I went bouldering because I really enjoyed it, or I baked and stuff. A lot of times it's like they have a lot of different activities dispersed throughout their day and their week, which is time for themselves that they really enjoy. And I feel like taking that time actually makes you more productive in the hours that you set for yourself to do the work, because it's kind of like, I want to just get this done and then I can go enjoy myself and I don't have to think about that again. So I think a big part of it is like having a lot of little activities throughout the week to do that you enjoy. And then I think that makes it less stressful as well to do the work that you want to do, and it doesn't really feel like you're grinding and you're giving everything to just this one thing, and like you're not having any breaks and you're not getting where you want to be, because I feel like you can get into like a really toxic cycle. I know I've done that before, where it's like I just grind. I'm like, I'm so stressed, my grades aren't going up, like nothing's working, and it's like you just spiral. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's so true.
Definitely need time to process what you've learned. You can't just keep putting things into your brain that you're not letting settle down, and just you just have to let your thoughts seep in and then form your own opinions, because you get so much. If your only objective when it comes to this period of your life is just taking things off a to-do list and not really sitting with your thoughts and enjoying what you're learning and enjoying what you're doing in your time off, it's not a great period of your life.
I think you're just gonna burn out. You just keep on going. And I think also just like taking care of your basic needs as well, like sleep, having adequate sleep, like 8 hours a night, eating well, like eating veggies and fruits, and like drinking water throughout the day. That's something that I need to work on, especially when I'm working, like it just goes out the window. And exercising if you can. Just those basic things can really help your mental health as well.
I agree, and I also feel like we're sort of getting out of that trend of hustle culture. It's like, oh, you gotta work 24/7, 7 days a week, like, you know. And where I'm glad that as a society, oh my god, sorry guys, as a society, we're stepping into a more self-care era where we're just calming down, we're taking a breather, and self-care doesn't always have to mean doing something. You could actually just go take a nap. Go take a nap, order in, watch something, divert your mind, like take some of that load off of your brain and just sit with yourself. And I agree with you, process, because I feel like we take in so much information even in high school and uni as well. It's just an onslaught of, for this subject you have 10,000 things to do, for this subject you have this to do, and like all of the assignments are due somehow on the same day.
Always.
And it's kind of like, oh my god, what am I going to do? But it's like, you know what, if you need a breather, take a nap, watch something, go eat something, grab a coffee, like spend some money on yourself, maybe get your nails done, or like buy that thing you wanted to buy for the longest time. Like do you and just enjoy being with your thoughts. I agree with you. Yeah.
I think I used to feel guilty about like doing things that doesn't involve studying. Like like I remember at some point like taking a shower for too long was like guilt tripping me, and and it's just like, but then it's also realizing that like working 24/7 will actually like make you feel absolutely miserable, and what is the point of doing this if you feel absolutely miserable 24/7? And so like as we've said, like allocating time to self-care is really important, and to sort of prioritize rather than like putting it on the bottom of your list, like oh, if I have time then I'll do this, like like set aside time for it.
Make it a priority.
Put yourself first. I would say exactly. And it's not selfish to do so, people. Not at all, because if you don't put yourself first, I feel like in my personal experience that you end up sort of ruining your relationships with the people around you because you're so miserable. You don't even realize it. Well, I didn't at times. Like I end up being miserable in certain social situations, or like when I'm around family or friends and I don't even know why, and like my social battery is completely drained, and then you're kind of like what's wrong? Because if you're miserable, they feel bad, and then they're kind of miserable, and just like the line of misery continues.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle. I agree. And so put yourself first. I feel like that is one of the best lessons I've learned.